Hello guys, welcome to today's lesson. What we are going to be doing is applications of simultaneous equations. I'm going to give you two examples to work off, and then for the rest of the lesson you guys will be doing questions given. Let's get straight into it. Example 1. The sum of the two monsters is 17 and the difference in their ages is 5. If Elmo is older than the Cookie Monster, determine their ages. So basically, we know there are two monsters and we know their name are Elmo and Cookie Monster. I normally like to draw a little picture out so I know what's happening. So we can say this here is Elmo, he's older, and this here is the Cookie Monster and he's younger. The sum of the ages of the two monsters is 17. That's the first bit of info that they give you. So we're going to highlight that. And the difference in their ages is 5. That's the second bit of info. Now, we let Elmo be E. You always have to write this sentence, okay? So let Elmo be the letter E. Just so whoever's reading this is understanding that Elmo is E. And the Cookie Monster, okay, as C. Now, we know the sum, that means it's a plus, yeah? So we're going to say plus. The sum of the ages of two monsters is 17. So we know Elmo plus Cookie Monster is 17. The difference means it's a negative. In their ages is 5. Obviously Elmo is older, so we go Elmo minus Cookie Monster is 5. Now we have two equations, equation number 1, equation number 2. That means we can do simultaneous equations. I'm going to rearrange the first one to make one of the letters the subject. I'm going to make E the subject. Okay, so E the subject, we are going to bring positive C over to the other side. We have 17 minus C. We're going to substitute this E as 17 minus C into here, 17 minus C for equation number 2. So we're going to say sub into equation number 2. So we're going to rewrite it. I'm going to use a different color. So we're going to have 17 minus C because we're going to take that and put it into here. Yeah, 17 minus C, and then we have minus C again equals 5. We collect our like terms, minus C, so 17 minus 2C equals 5. We're going to solve our linear equation. So we're going to bring them 17 over, it becomes negative 17, minus 2C stays the same. 5 minus 17 minus 2C equals to minus 12. Okay, and then you want C on its own. So we're going to get rid of minus 2. So we're going to divide by minus 2. But remember, whatever you do to one side, you must do to the other side. So minus 2 divided by minus 2 is 1, which is basically an imaginary no number. So C equals to minus 12 divided by minus 2, which is 6. So the Cookie Monster's age is 6. Now we need to find Elmo's age. You can choose to substitute it into any one of these equations. I'm going to use this one because Elmo is already the subject. So we're going to say sub into 1. So I'm going to rewrite it. E equals 17 minus C. The Cookie Monster's age is 6. So Elmo is 17 minus 6, which is 11. But please make sure you have to conclude your answer with the appropriate units. So therefore, the Cookie Monster, okay, is 6 years old. And Elmo is 11 years old. And then just double check, Elmo is the older one. Correct? We are done. Okay, so moving on to question or example 2. So this one is pretty similar, but just a little bit different in terms of your simultaneous equations. So what we have done here is your substitution method. We substituted it in. We're going to have a look at this next example here. So your partner bought 3 puppies and 5 rats from the pet store for $25. You went to buy 4 puppies and 3 rats for $26. Determine the cost of each puppy and each rat. So first of all, we want to highlight each section. So your partner bought 3 puppies and 5 rats for $25. That's the first bit of info you know. Then you went to buy 4 puppies and 3 rats for $26. So there's our 2 equations. So your partner, I'm going to let your partner, we're going to draw it out. So this is my partner, P for partner. This is me. Okay. He bought 3 puppies, so I'm just going to rewrite it underneath. So he bought 3 puppies and 5 rats. Okay, and that's $25. And then you bought 4 puppies and 3 rats for $26. So let's write our little equation. So we let the puppy be the letter P, and we let the rat be R. Yeah, let's form our 2 equations. So we know 3 puppies plus 5 rats is $25. Over here, you know 4 puppies plus 3 rats is $26. So we have our 2 equations here. Yeah. Now what I'm going to do is, because I don't have enough space, I'm just going to shift this up here. Oops. Okay. Now, to work out our simultaneous equations, it's a little bit hard to substitute because we can't really make any of these the subject without making it as an ugly fraction. You kind of want to avoid the ugly fraction, so we're going to go with elimination method for this one. Now for elimination method, what you need to have is either these numbers to be the same, or you would like to have these numbers to be the same. So I'm going to make the p's the same. We're going to multiply this by 4. That means you have to multiply everything in here by 4. Multiply this by 4, okay? So then 4 times 3p is going to be now 12p. 4 times 5r is going to be 20r. 4 times 25 is 100. Next one, then we have 4 times 4 is 16p. Oops, sorry, not 4. I did a mistake. So that should be a 3, because you want them to be the same. So 3 times 4p is 12p. 3 times 3 is 9r. 3 times 26 is going to be 78. Okay, once you have that, we are going to label this as a new equation, 3 and 4. Okay, we are going to simultaneous them now, so we're going to subtract it. Okay, so when we subtract it, we're going to do 3 minus 4. Okay, so 12 minus 12 is going to be nothing. So 12p minus 12p is nothing. That cancels out. Then we have positive 20r. Okay, so positive 20r minus positive 9r. So 20 minus 9 is going to be 11r. And then we have the next bit, which is 100 minus 78, which is going to be 22. You want r on its own, so we're going to divide it by 11. to both sides. Your R is now 2. So a rat is basically $2. But we want to find the price of the puppy as well. So we're going to sub. You have a choice of 4 different equations. 1, 2, 3, or 4. I want to choose any. We're going to sub it into number 1. So sub into number 1, or sub R equals 2 into minus 1. So it's going to be 3p plus 5r equals 25. Just rewriting that. 3p plus 5 times 2 equals 25. 5 times 2 is 10. Alright, we're going to solve our linear equations. Positive 10 becomes a negative 10. 25 minus 10, which is 15. You want p on its own, so we're going to divide 3 to both sides. P is now 5. Okay, we don't stop there. Make sure you always conclude your answer. Therefore, a rat is $2 and a puppy is $5. And that is pretty much the end of this lesson. See you guys.